What's up, everybody? This is the Amish Space Station. All right. I hope everybody who sees this is doing well. Join Give with Bing and turn your searches into donations. Oh, I would just absolutely love to turn my knowledgeable searches into donations for the wealthy and rich, because that's where it goes. It's absolutely amazing. Alrighty. This is another flat earth government chat. And we are going to be going over a couple more newspapers and some other things that I've found. Very strange and interesting things. All right. Also, I'm waiting on a couple things to get here for my music video. So that should be ready relatively soon. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out for. So I want to start this thing off first by showing a few photographs of Hamburg. And this is Hamburg, where, oh, hey, Ocean Cat. Thank you. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy the content. This is Hamburg that was bombed in World War II, and they continuously bombed it and killed a lot of women and burned a lot of children. I mean, there was nowhere to even hide. Apparently, they actually kicked up firestorms and, melted people when they dug into some of these bunkers here and found some of the people and children. So the German people were completely decimated in World War II. Every time that I do more research into it, it's hard for me to get through. Knowing how many men, women, and children, innocent civilians, just knowing how many people were actually just raped and killed here. I'm surprised that there's any Germans still alive today. And we are partially responsible for this. Oh, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Everybody's partially responsible for this kind of carnage. And this whole war was blamed on, was pretty much because of one group of people. Man, this is, but I seen some of the footage of them bombing this place, and it was just relentless. Just imagine right now you're in your city and hundreds of planes just show up over top of you and start dropping bombs, carpet bombs. Okay? Over and over, nonstop. Nonstop. Like they just don't stop. It doesn't stop. It keeps going. So say you didn't get hit the first, second, or third, or 50th time. But it keeps going and keeps going. And it's at night so that you can't tell where you are, where they're even coming from, or what's going on. This is what happens. And I am going to get into the newspaper for Flat Earth, but I have to say this in the beginning. This is what happens when you feed all your money to the military. This is what the military does. They kill people. They kill civilians. They don't bomb military installments. And then the troops come through and have their way with anybody that they feel like. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that, though. The military comes through and they have their way with, your wife, your daughter, anything, whatever. Red Army, Soviet. The power of the media is so strong that it will drive even the most sane individuals to do some of the most heinous crimes imaginable. So for anybody new in here, we're about to start, but we're looking at, this is Hamburg, some different pictures from Hamburg that was bombed, carpet bombed, pretty much there was outlines of people similar to blast shadows from the so-called Hiroshima and stuff like that. Hey, Jacqueline, welcome. I had to put you on the big screen, my friend. Oh, thank you. I definitely don't deserve that. Thank you. But this is Hamburg. I couldn't imagine what these people like Dresden. Oh my God, it was just wow. It's pretty much want to destroy the pride of all the German people. They want to destroy the soul. And I think that if I was living through this is enough. It kind of destroys my soul right now, having to watch this and research this type of stuff to see the atrocities that actually took place here. Probably, I'm pretty sure when you bomb a city, it's not that many military individuals that actually get hit. See, people have it in their head that there's a battlefield. There is no battlefield. There is no battlefield. This is a depopulation agenda, and you're in the way. There is no battlefield. There's no such thing as a battlefield. People don't choose a spot to go out to and shoot it out. That's not true. Your city is the battlefield, and you are one of the casualties of war, or you become a prisoner of war. That's what happens. But a whole bunch of children were killed here. I mean, they just bombed it. And then when, it does. It definitely does. And then apparently when the paramedics came out, so the firefighters came out after this onslaught in Hamburg. The firefighters came out, and Hamburg's not the only place, by the way. This happened everywhere, every city. Then when the firefighters came out, stuff like that, and all of them came out to put out the fires, raging over because pretty much they destroyed the city. That's when another group of planes came back over and started bombing them again, and killed a lot of the. Oh God! All right, I'm done. Because it's making me so angry that I don't want to get mad and start yelling and screaming, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm a complete lunatic. But I'm extremely passionate about this type of stuff, and no. See, I couldn't be around knowing that this stuff actually was going on, and you definitely wouldn't want me in the military finding out that my fellow brothers in arms are doing this to people. You definitely don't want me there. I'll get kicked out of the military really, really quick, I'm sure, if they catch me. So no. But this is what war looks like. It's your homes and your cities and your apartments and your children killed. That's what war is. War isn't Osama, or my bad, Obama Hussein Bin Laden. I don't know. Whatever you want to say. That's not war. That is his real middle name, by the way. But that's not war. This is war. So just want to make sure people understand that. And now we can get into it. All right. So I was looking through some more of these wonderful newspapers filled with ad homs, and I found a couple things. From 1905. I was actually looking at some older stuff. let's get into it. And I hope everybody's doing well today, by the way. I just spent the past, just so you guys know, I spent the past 5 hours today, right now, while I was actually working. I do electrical engineering and a few other things. And while I'm working, I actually just research. That's what I do all day, all night. I don't stop. That's why it's pretty hard. I'm actually traumatizing myself. That's what a lot of researchers end up having to do is traumatize themselves and then re-traumatize themselves. You have to look into every single mass bang event and make sure that it's legit or see what's going on. So that is subjecting you to having to watch extreme violence over and over again. And it's really hard to hold the faith in humanity when you're forced to see some of the most darkest individuals out here pulling off some of the most heinous acts. It's really, really difficult. I'm not going to lie. And that's what they try. And, there's different types of traumatizing, and that in the media, in mainstream, they traumatize you a different way. They traumatize you through fear. And the type of traumatizing that I have to subject myself to is through like post-traumatic type of stuff. Not necessarily, I don't get scared. I believe it or not, guys. You guys might not believe this, but I was not worried about any Chinese rocket coming down on my house. I just didn't matter. Didn't even register. Didn't even hit the 0 on the matter meter. So let's check this out. Her mission in life is to prove the flat earth. And somehow this is not my wife. Yeah, unfortunate, but her mission in life is to prove the flat earth. It already is proven. Hashtag the Black Swan. Hashtag also Eric Dubé. Anything from Eric Dubé. Eric Dubé, the name Eric Dubé is a flat earth proof, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. That's actually a flat earth proof. Somebody's like, oh, prove earth is flat. Eric Dubé. Done. Titled English woman is convinced that the sun moves. Can you guys believe that? She considers the modern science to be the curse of mankind. What date is this? 1905? Why has it been 100 years and we're still those first two sentences explain my life? Titled English woman is convinced that the sun moves. She considers modern science to be the curse of mankind. That's because it's not real science. That's called pseudoscience. Real science has to follow the scientific method, has to have experiments. Meaning, if someone were to say to you, hey, do you know gravity's real? And they say that mass attracts mass, that means what they have to do in order to prove that gravity is real is manipulate it in order to prove it. So you have to take another Earth, right? And then you have to take another Earth or another large body the size of Earth or bigger and go out in the so-called fake medium space that violates second law of thermodynamics, and then watch it and observe that it actually comes together and attracts each other. And then remove one and see if it happens again after you manipulate it to prove it. So you can already see how impossible it is to actually prove anything out in fake space. So there is no point in calling it science. But yeah, what she's really saying here is scientism. With the aid of photography, she is advancing a pancake theory, just like the P900s with everybody now. Look at this. God, I like it already. They won't ever put any of our pictures in the newspaper today. You can't do that. So let's start with this. This photograph which was taken with a photo telescope camera, shows clearly across on a screen, the lower edge of which was placed 2 feet above the level of the water and 6 miles from the photographer on the Bedford Canal in England. If the earth were round, extends Lady Blount. She sounds like the screen at that distance would have been 20 feet below the line. This is the argument that we say, and it's just like, wow. This is over 100 years ago. The fact that this was clearly visible to the eye of the camera, she maintains, proves that the earth is flat. And believe it or not, she is 100% true. That is 100% true. Let me say this real quick, because I mentioned this in my new song. And if you guys, I'm shooting a music video to it. You guys have to check this out. This new song is going to be amazing. A lot of people want to throw the term around refraction. We're not really arguing about the refraction. We're arguing about the distance to the horizon. We're not arguing about the refraction, just the horizon. Okay? And also, if somebody mentions that you have to get from them the information, you have to get from them, what do you mean? What type of refraction? Okay? Because there's a few different kinds. 4 or 5, I believe. Hey, Flo Key, what's going on? All right. So let's read a little bit more of this. This is interesting. London, May 13. Among the fads of titled dames, that of Lady Blount is unique. She believes in a flat, immovable earth. I wouldn't say she believes in it. I would say she proved it with a picture. And devotes most of her time to listening to the Amish space station, writing, and lecturing against the modern scientific conception of the universe. This excess of zeal. God, look at these, man. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read this. I feel personally attacked when I'm reading these ad homs like this. Okay? Because it's flipped. It's completely inverted. We live in an upside down world. The world's completely upside down. So we are the religious zealots because we have facts about the shape of the earth and the distance to the horizon. But we're whatever. The excess of zeal, misguided zeal, many consider, it has won her the presidency of the Universal Zetetic Society. Flatists. Let's not bring that word back. Flatists. The world over do damage to her. Not a few of them make pilgrimages from America to visit her and absorb wisdom at her feet. Thousands of so-called Christians, wrote Lady Blount in a letter the other day, believe that the Bible is right on religion, but wrong on science. This position is untenable. If the Bible is the word of God, it is absolutely true. We must accept it, no matter how many people edited the Bible, had added in there, as a whole, or else have none of it. We cannot divorce the religion from the Bible, from the science of the Bible. Hence, the globists cannot be Bible Christians, nor can Bible Christians be followers of Newton's philosophy. But we're aware of that. I mean, Isaac Newton lied about a lot of stuff, including our entire chronology. Okay, don't forget that's him too. That's Newton too. Newton pretty much is responsible for everything bad that happens. I stomped my foot the other day, and partially that's because of him. Guaranteed. Because in his world, you also don't need proof to prove it. So it is his fault by definition. Genesis, her platform. Lady Blount's letter was written in reply to some queries made. I got to zoom in on that. Apropos of a lecture on Earth's alleged flatness, which her ladyship delivered in London the other day, pinning her faith to what she calls the divine system of cosmology as revealed by the Creator. God, I like that. I do like that. I don't like, cosmogony, not cosmology. Sorry. She boldly declares all the teachings of astronomy since the days of Galilee false, and Pernicus leading to paganism and perdition. Yes, indeed. It's the road to perdition there. She asserts that the Earth, instead of being a giddy ball whirling through space at a rate of something like 19 miles a second, as scientists have taught us to believe, is a fixed, flat, and immovable plane. I like this. Lady Blount is a clever woman with the courage of her convictions and very much in earnest. She edits a journal called The Earth, in which the pancake theory of the world is upheld. On the platform, backed up by Genesis, she is ever ready to maintain the same views against all comers. Several doctors of divinity and other men of supposed light and learning are among her followers. Branches of the society of which she is the high priestess have been formed in the principal countries, with the exception of benighted Russia. Yes, indeed. You can say that again. Russia, I don't like Russia. I really don't. Not anything against the people, but just from so much research into World War II, I think I'm kind of done. I'm just kind of done. I'm done for today. Tomorrow, I might not feel as passionate about it, but I am today. Where the Earth is not allowed to circulate, right? She hopes someday to visit the United States and convince folk there that Moses was better posted on the construction and working of the universe than Herschel and all the rest of the astronomical novelists of the globular school, as she calls them. That's exactly what they are. What do you guys think about that? That is, this has been a long fight for an extremely long time. It really has. People have been showing so much proof, and that's why I think we need to take this to a different level now. Shout out to Eric Dubé level. And we need to bring it to the forefront, because the thing is that it can't be a thing anymore where some people are allowed to believe certain things. And like I mentioned here, real quick, to split aside, this is Hamburg. When you deal with a group of people who are believing something, with no evidence or anything, filled with nothing but religious zealotry, whatever you want to call it, nonsensical, propaganda. This is what happens. Millions of men, women, children burned and bodies melted in onslaughts because people believe that the German people are evil. So they completely eradicated them over your belief. A belief is a very, very strong thing. Even our entire so-called time system is based on a belief. Whom there's people here who have completely dismissed and debunked even the idea of Jesus, Christianity, certain other things along those lines, and showed the connectivity between Jesus, Krishna, and other deities, right? The belief system, in the name of Christianity, in the name of belief, in the name of so many other, Islam, in the name of the Star People. Millions and millions and millions of people have been killed in the name of beliefs. That's why it's not all right anymore for people to believe in a spinning ball globe, because your life is worthless there. It's worthless there. And you're not going to treat any of us with any respect either. And I've noticed that. Let me say this real quick too. There's a guy that I worked with today who just got his blood taken. And he also had both jabs of our savior juice concoction, our serum, for the current sickness going on around the world. And they asked him if he's been with another man. He looks at me and goes, I said, why did they ask you that if you've been with another man? He said, because of HIV. Is that not the most idiotic thing that you've ever heard in your entire life? That's how far behind the current rhetoric he actually is. He's actually that far behind the rhetoric that he thinks that I don't even want to get in. Like I said, he's already stupid for taking the helping hand of the people who helped to do this to men, women, and children. Okay, yeah, this city, it's not even recognizable. Okay, Hamburg, firestorm, all that stuff. It's way worse. If any of you have not seen this, is way worse than you possibly could imagine. They're not worried about blood being taken from people who possibly could cause blood clots in other people if they need some kind of a blood transfusion. And I noticed that a couple of channels have been talking about that recently. Next thing you know, I see the blood truck pull up to the area I work. And everybody's rolling up their sleeves, giving away their blood because they think that, the Red Cross is actually something good. You don't know what the Red Cross is? You all don't know what the Rosy Cross? The Rosicrucians. You don't know about the vampires, because that's technically what I would call them. Okay, there's certain things I'm not going to go into it. This is long been explained for years now, and most people already know about all this. You're not supposed to be donating your blood. Keep your blood inside of you. Okay. There's a reason that these kings and these queens and all these other people are so living to be 100 years old, 99 years old. At least one of them recently depopulated himself, the remedy. At least one of them depopulated themselves for us, in which we are eternally grateful. Yes, thank you. I'm eternally grateful for the guy who was talking about depopulation being a problem. He pretty much checked himself out of here at 99. So, 1921 to 2021, 21, 21, 33. I appreciate him doing that for us. We are eternally grateful that one more evil individual has decided to help keep the population under control for us. All right. Tell him the royalty has my full support here at the station. If any more of them would like to help us out with the overpopulation problem that we have, please just feel free. We are not going to complain. We're not, especially not after you bomb men, women, and children. We don't do that. Floki says, watch on YouTube, The Swiss Beast, Home of the Devil by Sean H. Rose. Is it H. Rose? All right. Let me write that down. All right, will do. Thank you. All right, so let's check this one out. This is from September 16th, 1921. This one caught my eye too as I was sorry, I thought I seen something on there. Can you guys still hear me? Oh, okay. All right. It looks like my connection's good. All right. Earth is flat. Zionist declares and will debate with other scientists. So what's strange is it seems like this whole thing has been flipped upside down. All right, Ocean Cat. Thank you. Appreciate it. It seems like this whole thing has been flipped upside down. First off, these star guys have been the ones to come up with the cosmology, the current cosmology. Actually, it's really convoluted because what I've noticed is that there's been a takeover. Slowly, when you let an infection start to get its way in, it starts to spread and spread and spread. It's like a cancer. So that's kind of what happens, is what I've noticed is it didn't start off that way, but it made its way into the system that way. But like I said, it would take me 5 hours to go through that whole thing, which I will do, but I'm going to do that in like a documentary. So hopefully I explained it good enough just then. I don't know. By the Associated Press, which we all trust and love. Chicago, September 16th, the story of the village that voted the earth is flat. I say we burn them. We got to burn those guys. They're crazy. Has an earnest adherent in Wilburn Glen Voliva, same guy, overseer of Zion. They've made so many newspapers on this guy. The religious community that Alexander Dowie founded at Zion City, a little north of Chicago, declaring that there is no proof whatsoever of sphericity of the earth or that the earth has any motion. Wow. I mean, but it's so true. It's like you walk up to somebody and you say, hey, can you just prove that it's moving then? Can you show me how it's spinning? Can you take a drone and hover it up in the air and have the earth spin 300 to 1,000 miles an hour underneath of it? Oh, you can't. Well, what are we doing then? Overseer Voliva says he is prepared to refuse modern astronomy. Astronomy needs to be thrown away anyway. It's not astrology. Scientifically, as well as from the standpoint of the Bible, here are some of the points he advances. All standing water is, shout out to Eric Dubé, level. That is my favorite proof. Your stupid water is level. I don't understand why anybody in their right thinking brain can even say that water curves. I didn't really think about it much, but when you really just compare the whole fact that a balloon actually rises and that water is still being held down and all this other weird crap, it really starts getting really stupid. Water is the biggest proof right there. Let anyone disprove it if he can. They can't. They still can. It's been 100 years. Exactly, sir. And they can. They cannot disprove it. This is conclusive evidence that the old Pythagorean Copernican system of sphericity, I can't even say that word, it's so stupid, of the earth is false. A man stood at Kingstone, Jamaica, and saw the lighthouse at Havana Harbor, 82 miles distant, which is another conclusive proof that the sphericity of the earth is fake. They're just trying to say that light can bend up hundreds of miles of things. I mean, you got to be a lunatic to even believe that. Light can screw with you a little bit, but it's on such a minuscule level that it's just not worth considering. And that's why I like the black swan, because the black swan is one of those things that you're not talking about refraction. It's about the horizon and the distance to the horizon, which can be no more than 1.225 times square root of the observer's height in feet. All right, let's continue. The midnight sun has been seen for hundreds of times, but it would be absolutely impossible to see it on a sphere. Agree. You would have to look through hundreds of miles of earth and rock, which globers can do. Yeah, haven't you guys heard? There is a railroad in South America, 2,000 miles long, which is almost perfectly level. The Suez Canal is 100 miles long without locks and with scarcely any rise at all. Where is your curvature of the earth? There is none. No wonder higher critics and modern believers in the Copernican system of astronomy laugh at the flood and say that such a thing as a flood cannot occur on a globe or a spherical earth. And I agree with them. I do too. They are perfectly right. That is what the devil intended when he invented the modern astronomical theory, to destroy the word of God. They say that eclipses are caused by the Earth passing between the moon and the sun, causing the shadow. And how can you have an eclipse with both the sun and the moon above the horizon? In which right here on my page, I record it. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Pull out my phone, just record it. Like, hey, here you go. It is a matter of record that there have been a number of eclipses with both the moon and the sun above the horizon. No, or full moon rather is what I was talking about. No one knows what causes eclipses. Now, real quick, let me stop it there. I don't talk about eclipses much because the thing is that you got to be very careful when you're starting to talk with people about how the sun, the moon, stars, or any of that other stuff works. Because the thing about it is that when you assert that, you're now entering in the realm of you're not able to, show any kind of real proof. When it comes to measuring the earth, you want to measure the earth. You don't want to measure the sun in order to measure the earth. You can do an experiment based on where you are on the earth, your angular resolution and distance and triangulation in a way. If you want to do it that way, that's perfectly fine. However, when you really start talking about too much about the solar system, it starts muddying the waters. I'm trying to kill space because space is killing the children. And that's why I want to kill space. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm not even going to associate with the sun, with the moon, with the eclipses, with any of that. And I don't even tolerate being asked any of those questions. I do understand the current, flat earth type of standpoint on how these things work. I understand. I could tell you right now about how eclipses supposedly work and stuff, but I don't want to get into that because then you're getting into the mechanics of a model. And we don't live on a model. We actually live on Earth. No curvature or gravity, Floki says. Only incoherent dielectric acceleration. Hey, welcome, Bradlin. Any info on ocean tides? I'm interested in that topic too. Yeah, let me see. Ocean, I would say you would have to double check with Eric Dubé on some of the tides and stuff. That's also another thing that I don't like the idea of the mechanics on Earth. Like, I'll give you an example. What they were saying about the tides and the way that the moon was, it was like Cavendish in his experiments. He was having these two balls where he said he walked away from the balls and he would have them hang there. It's not even worth me explaining to you in great detail. Okay, trust me, it's that stupid. But it's held to a weird belief with the Globers that these two balls are attracting each other. Okay. So he walked away from them because he didn't want his own mass to affect them attracting and moving toward each other. But he doesn't care about the moon. So people are saying that the moon affects the tides, but it doesn't affect his experiment with the two balls. Oh my God. I mean, honestly, I thought the current sickness believers were the dumbest people in the world. No, Globers are still the dumbest people in the world. I mean, how can you even defend him saying he walks away from the two balls hanging there? He walked away from them because he didn't want to interfere with his mass interfering with those. But the moon and the earth isn't pulling on them too? Come on. So stupid. Also, gravity's not a force. So Einstein has changed that. Just had a guy talk to me today, and I corrected him, and he looked at me like I was crazy. He said something about one of his friends gave somebody a book, gave one of their kids a book or something. He does, and the book is physics for kids or something, and it was like trying to explain Newton. He said, and I said, "Oh, well, sorry to tell you, Newton's out of date. Why are they giving him Newton?" Einstein changed that, and he looked at me. He's like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, oh, whatever, dude. Just get out of my face before I forcibly remove you. And Floki says it's the Earth's rotating. The Earth's. I'd say it's the Earth's rotating torus field causes the tides. All right, let me keep going though. I do have a little bit of information. I gotta see if I can, after this video, I'll put I'll put a few things, a few links out that are interesting. Ever heard the theory that the tides are caused by a giant whirlpool reversing around Mount Meru, aka North Pole? Yeah. I've heard a lot of different things. I have, and that's the weird thing. Some things you can really make. There's a few things that can really make sense here. On Earth in general. Yeah. He may have. I don't want to quote him on it because it's really been a while since I've really looked at a lot of the moon stuff. Because when people debate me with Earth, I stick only to Earth. I don't ever talk about the moon or how any of that, because it likes to give all this extra stuff like the Earth's negative charge, positive charge, electric universe theories, and you got other people saying, "Oh, well, there's also the ether," and it gets so dirty that you just don't even want to even go into it because it's really filthy. I mean, you walk out of it, cleaning off your boots. Hey, David Banner, how are you doing today? But yeah, I think I did see Eric talk about that. But yeah, he has a couple videos. One's called "How Everything Works on the Flat Earth," and I think he has tides. Tides explain, the moon explain. He has a lot of stuff. He's done a lot of research into it. And from his part, he really had to tackle that stuff because that was one of the big things for people. They say Earth is this because I know, look at the moon. I'm like, dude, what did you just say? Did you say Earth is a sphere because you're looking at the moon? What? I got a telescope. I know that's what Alex Jones says. I got a telescope and I see the orbit. How are you going to tell me Earth's flat? I got a telescope and I see the moon's orbit. How does he talk? I see the moon's orbiting and it's flat. Mr. Bill Hicks. I've heard it was like a breath, and as it breathes in around Mount Meru, creates a whirlpool. It's interesting. I've heard a lot about the North Pole. There's a lot of interesting things with the North Pole, and I would love to actually. I say that in the North. I don't even say North Pole. I say the North. I don't even like saying pole. Poles are for strippers. Right. Are you referring to the magnetic Mount Center to the four islands? I've heard it collects and repels water. Oh, yeah. I do. Yeah, the magnetic thing is really interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of accounts of the boats and things being like all the stuff on boats, anything magnetic getting ripped out, not able to get too close. I want to go. I want to see it. I have to see something like that. And also, your compass works. So, I mean, there's that. No gravity needed from them. Exactly. Hey, Rashawn. Thank you. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, I believe it's in many bits of Eric's video. Yeah, it is. It is. I just watched today about. That's why I've been on this. I've been looking into it. See, what I have to do is I have to watch all of these things in order to speak on it, and that's probably why there's not enough speakers on it. And I don't blame a lot of people, but I have to watch this stuff. Sometimes 20 to 30 times. So I'm actually going over World War II, and I'm watching, Eric's. Documentaries on that and a few other documentaries, and some of those are 3.5 hours long, and I have to watch them 20 to 30 times until I can speak on it at a high level of accuracy, and I can pull out every single one of these declarations every time that these generals went over and spoke to people about peace. Every time Hitler, for instance, tried to get peace, and nobody answered him back. Even offering to destroy all of his weapons if all the neighboring countries would do the same. And yet, that's not what people wanted. They didn't want peace. They wanted war. They wanted depopulation. And they wanted women, children, and innocent individuals getting bombed with onslaughts. This is what they wanted, like Hamburg. This is what they wanted. They want you to be bombed at night while you're sleeping with your children in their beds. They want 200 to 300 planes flying over, landing bombs, carpet bombing you. And after they do that, the firefighters come out And then hundreds of more planes come and bomb them too again, just in case you survive this. Just in case you actually survive this, they have another round for you. So this is what has me kind of worked up today. Eric has me worked up today a little bit. I am very upset with what happened in World War II. And I think all the people that currently believe the current rhetoric are mass murderers. That's what you are. You're mass murderers because you're complicit in this, in what happened there. And until you know the truth and you're against it, at that point, you're no longer responsible for it when you understand the truth of it. Exactly. Dresden has me mesmerized. Mesmerized. I cannot believe that happened. I can't even fathom it. I can't fathom it. That would make me truly snap. It really would. So I do hope that type of situation isn't coming again. But because people are so ignorant of what happened there, I mean, it's so hard for me to talk about without screaming. You know, I'm not even German. That's how angry I am with it, period. I don't have anything to do technically with any of it. I'm against it. I'm the one helping to expose it. And I'm truly angry about it, let alone how all of the German individuals would feel. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the city, a beautiful Tartarian city filled with, absolutely amazing. It was truly an amazing, beautiful city. And that's what they want. That's actually what they want. This is what they want. I mean, this is the stuff that it looks like happened during World War II. I mean, not World War II. Sorry, I'm talking about World War II. Sorry, the Civil War. This is the type of damage that you're getting that they're saying they did with cannonballs. Liar. Cannonballs wouldn't even fit. Honestly, look at some of the pictures and you'll see what I'm talking about. The cannonballs don't even fit inside of the so-called cannons because that's not what they are. Matt says, is it Dubai? Let me make sure I'm saying that right. It says, right. Then look at the Nagasaki and yeah. What really happened, dude? No, not at all. Not at all. You know, they can't scare me with any of that anymore. If an asteroid is coming from a fake medium to blow me up, I vow right here, okay? I'll take the hit for everyone else. If an asteroid actually can travel a fake medium to get here, it deserves to land on my head. It deserves it because that's hard going through Narnia and the wardrobe and the lion and the witch and crap just to get here to land on my head. Trust me, it deserves to take me out if it can do it. Huge cathedral still stands. Yep. Yeah, that's how well built. If you've seen, I know you guys have probably seen the footage of them bombing Dresden, that illegal bombing. Carpet bombing, by the way. Matt says, "Are you really no, dude, I'm black." That's what one of the dudes was here, and they said on my avatar, I have an avatar where I put tattoos all over them and stuff. They don't understand that it's actually just a kick in the face of all of the globers, of all of the technology and everything else. It's a kick to the face. They go, you got all these tattoos on your avatar. I'm sure your Amish brethren wouldn't like that. And I'm like, you're such a troll. You get out of here. God, I'm not Amish. I have the same technology. Like the Amish people, they have the same technology as NASA. Oh, it's amazing. I watched Schindler's List for the first time after recommendation. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, dude. Are you Bradlin? I'm not. I can't say a lot. But this is very important because my main purpose of this channel is to give people information. Now, are you familiar with that situation as far as like the World War II situation and the mass extermination type of situation that we're not allowed to talk about here. Are you familiar with all of that? Um, Schindler's List. That's with God, man. I'm happy that I can't remember some of these actors and actresses now. I really am. I'm extremely happy about that. It's the guy from Taken, right? Liam Neeson. Am I right? God, that was really hard. I haven't watched any movies. Says, I think science fiction shapes perception of reality more than actual truth. It does. It's so sad. Used to love sci-fi, now I hate it. Tartarius for exactly. Yeah. I'll tell you though, Bradley. Here's what happened. That film was a sympathizer type of film. So when I first seen that film, Schindler's List and the boy. Am I getting that mixed up with the boy in the striped pajamas? I'm getting that mixed. No, here's Liam Neeson. So am I getting it mixed up? I've watched a lot of these. I think I'm getting some of them mixed up. Well, Schindler's List, I believe, was him trying to save Jewish individuals that were being persecuted. Yeah. Uh yeah, and stopping the production of the weapons. Listen, here's where I want you guys to go to. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna check out archives, history revisionists. Oh, I was forced to watch that movie in elementary school. Yeah. That's what they do. They're actually trying to traumatize you with it now. And now, like, I'll tell you guys something real quick. This I really flipped out on. I flipped out, especially with Eric Dubé's documentary being fresh in my mind. It's hard. I'm trying to tone it down, but I just seen somebody on YouTube with about 500,000 subscribers. What they were saying was they were like, Jesus Christ, he was Jewish. Now here is the situation at hand, and also this ties in with David Koresh. You guys know. I guess I didn't say his name right. Is it David Koresh? Is that how you got to say his name? With this situation with the Waco. Um, Oh yeah. Here's they say that they say that, but the whole thing was a CIA operation. But let me break it down real quick. They use a lot of this stuff to traumatize people, and what happened was that the individual said that Jesus Christ was a Jewish, and that the Jews killed Jesus Christ. And also, if you look in the Talmud, the Jewish the Talmud, it actually says that Jesus is in hell, rotting in piss and excrement. And on this film, I didn't hear his original broadcast when he had said he was broadcasting on the radio from inside that compound. But they mentioned something in the Netflix film. If you guys want to watch that to check this out, the woman in there said something about they practice the Talmudic principles. So David Koresh is talking all this Christianity, and then he combines it with the Talmud. The Talmud and Christianity are two different things. I mean, it's just so mixed up. They're just blending all these weird lines of all this stuff together that it just drives me crazy. So they practice the Talmudic religion. So what? Is it only parts of the Talmud? I mean, is it only parts? Oh yeah. There's a lot of people that watch that nonsense. Oh, hey, I got a music video coming that you guys are gonna like. I am featuring in it, and in person, and it's really good. So that's coming in a few days. It's really good. It's a little bit comical, but it's really good. I want you guys to check it out. We never learned anything about the the Armenian genocide. Yeah, exactly. And their attackers funded by who? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, all of these things were. However, I can't tell. This gets really muddy because it's the same thing. And I'm going to say this I'm going to put this out flat across the board. Let me just say this. I have no idea whether or not people were actually there or not in this siege on Waco. I have no idea what happened to people. If people were really there, maybe. Look. I don't think it even matters, because now that we know what these people are actually about, same as the jumpers from, the tower incident 20 years ago. Let me explain this. Whether or not there were people inside the building or not, these psychopaths do not care to make sure you're a good distance away before they bring something down on your head. They don't care if they want to set you on fire. They while you're locked inside of a compound, and they bring a tank in to finish the job. And they sure don't care whether or not you're some Jim Jones guy, okay? Whether or not, it doesn't matter. Well, a lot of people were saying that to me, and it was driving me crazy. They were like, oh, I heard people saying that, you can't believe this, people jumping off from here and people doing this. Listen, they don't care. They don't care if you're there. If you're there, it's better for them. That means, the more people that fall, the better. The whole point of this is for evilness and destruction. So they're not going to clear the path and make it baby proof, So I like to make sure, you know what I mean? We must be careful about being a false witness. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree. They use being part of a denomination as a front, but secretly had different beliefs and intentions. Yeah. So I have no idea, but I will look, like I said, the reason I get passionate with this situation is because these people, at this point, all you have to do is just look at the how many men, women, children raped, killed, and murdered, slaughtered, disfigured, mutilated. Okay. Germans being shot down and killed by, at this point, it doesn't really matter, because the thing is that you can't put anything past them. Whether you're in the building or not, they'll bring it down. So it doesn't matter, does it? They'll light it on fire with you in it or not. Doesn't matter whether you're in a school or not, whether it really happened or it didn't. They'll still bring it down on your head, because there are things that have happened countless times. And what have we seen from it? Look at the destruction. Look at the, just look at it all. But yeah, this PSYOP is also right now the guy, and I don't know a lot of these people. I don't know if you've heard, but the guy who helped to do this siege on Waco is now in the government, as far as being, I think he was just appointed by the president to be the leader or something of the ATF. So yeah, your Second Amendment sounds like bye-bye, especially if he's taking pictures, behind a big grave such as this. But I mean, this is how well that they did this right in the middle of the country. I don't know. I guess tyranny is allowed to continue. Tyranny can just do whatever it wants. Right in the middle of Texas, all it takes is for somebody to say, hey, this is a crazy cult inside here, right? And as soon as they say that, that's the end of it. That means that they're able to bring tanks in and shoot everybody, right? I guess. Nobody thought that this was handled inappropriately. Now, I've heard this guy talk, okay? And I've seen the tapes, and he does not seem crazy to me at all. And he doesn't seem out of place or anything like that. I have no idea what happened. It's just one of those things where it's like, it can still be used as to show support for the truth. It's really weird when you start going down the rabbit hole and you start learning truth. You're so far advanced beyond the normal individuals. Also, I'm just seeing this. He's 33 years old. Yeah, it's just such a game. This is such a game. It's such a game. But when you learn so much about stuff, you can't even relate to people. It's one of those things where it's like, I have to sometimes go and I feel like the only way for me to get my message across to people is to say, oh, yeah, well, you don't want a whole bunch of another situation like what happened in Nazi Germany to happen, do you? Because that's the only way that these people can realize what happened, when in fact, the exact opposite happened. But if you try and explain to them the current problem with our world, and then you explain it the opposite way that they believe the world to be, that's a double whammy. So they can never understand you. They can never understand you. If you walk up to somebody and be like, yeah, Hitler didn't do a lot of crazy stuff, they'll go, you're psycho. You're psycho. So the only way for you to try and talk sense into them is to say, yeah, well, this was an atrocity, but we don't want it to happen again. So maybe you need to start paying attention and figuring out what to do and how you're going to put your plan into place and blah, blah, blah. Because you'll go right over top of their head if you even try to say, hey, did you know that Hitler got like 6 million people jobs? They'll go, blasphemy! Off with his head, you anti-Semite. Kill him! Take his head off. That's what they'll do. Oh, yeah. 33, that's all it is. You'll see that all the time. See it all the time. That's definitely how they communicate, you know? So, no, I don't put it any of these events, because all these events, choose, they show something. They show people some kind of weird power that they have over top of, normal individuals. They, regular, everyday citizens. Hey, Tracy. So this achieved its goal. This 100% achieved its goal. And the fact that Netflix is promoting it, showing that it was illegal or a bad siege and blah, 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 gives hint to the whole thing possibly being a complete, whatever it was, psyop. So Netflix ain't going to tell you right along here. Netflix is telling you something illegal happened here. And then if you scroll to the right on Netflix, you'll see the Challenger. And then if you scroll to the right, hopefully, if you scroll to the right on Netflix, you might actually get to see Armored Space Station. And he'll be showing you this thing here, where somehow most of them are still alive. So it's weird. It's weird. You just got to keep scrolling to the right, I guess, until you actually find out something. They show something supposedly truthful, then they show something. So yeah. Look at this crap. Everybody has a twin. They didn't even change their name. These people are I want my tax money back. The Armored Space Station should be a separate. I'm going to see if I can register this organization as a real space agency, because I need to, I need to be exempt from paying my taxes to these people. And I feel we're just as reputable as NASA. And, we've, like I said, we've been to Mars way before they have. They use Fast Freddy with their claims of death to collect all of our frequencies and empathy for spiritual power. Yeah, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's what they want. I was actually beside myself when I seen people crying over the Kobe Bryant thing. They were just crying and so upset. I mean, this guy's $400 million. How do you even feel sorry for somebody with that much money? Even at that point, you've sold your soul for something. At that point, you've taken from someone else. I don't think anybody should even have more than $1 or $2 million to be one of the wealthiest individuals in the world in general. Because the thing is, when you own too much, you have too much power, you have too much influence, and it's unnatural. So the way that the world is constructed, we're constructed based on their money system, and it's it needs to be. This is so ridiculous. I mean, you guys see how obvious this is? And look at this guy's eyes. You can even see right here in this guy's face, like how clearly. I mean, wow. So yeah, apparently Netflix came out with that documentary. I did a live stream about it recently. Even after, all right, I can't watch it. It's triggering me. Let me finish this up. They say that eclipses are caused by the Earth passing between the moon and the sun, causing the shadow, But how can you have an eclipse with both the sun and the moon above the horizon? It is a matter of record that there have been a number of eclipses with both the moon and the sun above the horizon. Right, because the eclipse means that the planets are perfectly aligned with each other. All right. No one knows what causes eclipses. 1921. They tell you that the sun is 92 million miles away. I laugh at that. Not only as a mathematician, which this individual is, right? But also as a student of God's almighty word. Did God Almighty create the earth and then create a light to light it up and put it 92 million miles distant and make it a million times larger than the earth? What kind of fool would build a house up in Kenosha, right, and erect a light 100? Yes, they're destroying it. That is awesome. And build a light and erect a light 100 miles from it to light it up, to light up the parlor. This is 1921 flat smacking. Yes. Lots of twins. There's a guy that went to Michael Smith's house and asked him. Yeah, I think I seen that. I seen it. They didn't even change their names. Oh God. Kobe, the occultist Brian. Yes, he is. 100% the Black Mamba. I miss watching him play chassis ball. Yeah, you know, there's a weird thing. I'm careful with Mag because I think Mag would probably come. He might come on here and be like, "Hey, tell him a space station. He's a page. I don't want him. I don't want him to." So I try not to mention him much. But Mag had said that he thinks that the magnets on the rims on the basketball courts. He doesn't think that there's magnets on the rims. He said that the ball's remote control. I honestly think that there is some kind of weird technology. Have you guys seen that? There's been people throwing the ball up from half court with one hand, and it just lands right there perfectly stuck to the rim. I mean, it's undeniable that the rim can attract the ball. There's video footage of that constantly all around that we see. So I don't know. Max said that he thinks the ball is under some kind of remote control. I think it's both. But I'm not saying he's wrong. I have no idea. Not until I go to a basketball game, you know, where you're not allowed to take the ball. So what you got to do is you got to bring something with you to open that ball up, because they ain't going to let you walk out there with it, but they can't stop you after you open it. So there's that. Don't let a ball come out in the stands with me there. Don't do it. I dare you. Has anyone seen the moon approach the sun before the eclipse? Actually, oh yeah, I can't remember. There was I have some footage of the last eclipse that happened where I took my DSLR out, which I don't have access to right now because the battery exploded. So I got to get a new battery, and that's what upsets me with this this music video too. So I got to borrow somebody's DSLR to do my video shoot tomorrow for my new song. So, but yeah, I've seen some strange stuff with the eclipses and stuff. I've seen the eclipse be from the opposite angle. If you guys have seen that, where where it comes in from like the opposite angle where the sun is at the same time. It's just so convoluted, you know, trying to tell what's going on up there in the sky, because they won't let us really go up as high as we should be able to. So there's that. But yeah, they've been thoroughly debunked. This is awesome though. This is awesome. What kind of fool would build a house up in Kenosha and erect a light 100 miles from it to light up the parlor? They say that science is not speculation, but if science is true, then there can be no conflict between it and the Word of God. But when it comes to the Word of God, they have not a leg to stand on. I will take the Word of God and down any modern astronomer on the face of the earth, he should have said flat earth, and dispose of him in less than 30 minutes. God, you know, look, I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist. I think that Eric Dubé might have wrote this. He went back in time and he says, I will take the word of God and bring it down on any modern astronomer on the face of the earth and dispose of him in less than 30 minutes, which I think he would. I think that he would. That is amazing. So that was 2 articles that I wanted to show you guys. Thank you for checking out the stream. That is awesome. That is awesome. That was really, really I'm noticing something. These same people. Oh, hold on. I wanted to address somebody's Tartaria. I didn't where did you say that? I didn't get to address you guys on the Tartaria thing. Tartaria is definitely more. I can't find it. Tartaria is more mic drop, right? Yeah. I've seen the documentary of stars seen through. Yeah, me too. Me too. Yep. So it's possible to have the unseen black sun. Yeah, that's what I think. I think there's a third body up there, like a black body, because I'm racist. Boom. Boom. I think there's a black body up there. I'm so racist. And yeah, I really do. I'm pretty sure that that's what is covering it because, you know, when you actually see that, you can't see the outline of that so-called rock that you can see stars through. So it's yeah, some kind of weird black hole sun type of thing. It's weird. It's really interesting to watch. It is though. It's extremely interesting to watch some of that stuff. I've seen stars. Yeah, me too. Me too. Me too. I've actually filmed it. I filmed it. I used to debate with people all the time on all of the like digital formats. So I was debating with people nonstop. I was like in over 100 groups on Facebook, and I was just on it all day, just debating people, showing them pictures and all this other stuff on, you know. So I didn't open up a YouTube, so I didn't get to really put out all my footage the way I wanted to and do all this stuff. And but yeah, it's. Matt says, I watched them travel behind the solid rock part and show up again through the craters. Yeah. I think it's some kind of weird plasma. And also I like the fact, I like the fact of keeping it open as well, because whenever you try and all these guys, these globers, they like to bash every person who doesn't agree with their current scientific consensus. And whenever you give them a strange thing or you say stars through the moon, they go off on their fake pseudoscience and say how that is impossible. And they dismiss you from even presenting your evidence to them about that. And whenever that happens, they want to give you some kind of weird thing. They want to give you some kind of really, really weird thing. We're like, oh, that's the light that traveled in front of the moon when you seen it, because the stars that we're seeing happened so many years ago that they're actually dying stars. So the light that we see from the stars isn't really there anymore. It just takes a million years to get to us because those stars are millions of light years away. So what we're seeing is the residual light from the stars in front of the moon, and it looks like it's going. I mean, it's so stupid. Some of the stuff you guys would not believe the craziness I've heard. I'm like, dude, is it that painful for you? God, I mean, honestly, if you go to a therapist, I will cover your fees, but please get some relaxation in your life. I mean, anytime you got to make up crazy crap like that, just because you just can't handle the fact that you're dealing with psychopaths. Especially people like Einstein. Einstein was one of the dumbest individuals in the world. Not to mention him, it's same as the rest of the royalty, marrying their own. What is that? You guys know what I'm talking about? The jaw. What is it called? The something jaw. The Hamburg, not Hamburg, but the Hamler's jaw or something. That jaw. Whenever they're intermingling with their own family. That's what they do. That's what they do. Every single one of them. I think Einstein even left his. I think he left his wife for his cousin. If I'm not mistaken. Absolutely amazing. But I want to do a Tartarian search too. I actually want to do a Tartarian search pretty soon and talk some more about Tartaria, because I've been seeing a lot of people showing like more on Tartarian giants and things like that, and all of these like old pictures, and I like just so much stuff. I'm fascinated with this, and I really, really think that more people need to become fascinated with this type of stuff and seek to actually find. I heard this guy was really famous. Seek to figure out. Hold on a second. I know this is off, but did you guys see the pictures? Oh God. Who whose house whose house did he former president. Did you guys see this? Oh, come on. Please let me find this. This is driving me. There it is. What in the hell is going on? You know, I should have got out of America. I should have gotten out of here when I had the chance. I was leaving this stupid country. I was leaving. I was leaving. Me and 10 other people. 10 other people. We were planning this the whole year of 2019. Something happened and we ended up not being able to leave because of one person who screwed up everything. Okay. And now I'm stuck here. Do you guys see this? Like, look closer at this photograph. Tartaria, rest in peace. You may rise. You know, honestly, I think Hitler was actually trying to redo a new Tartaria. And Tartaria ended with an amazing. Oh my God, man. This is apparently legit. I think what president is this? Is it Carter? Is it Jimmy Carter? God. I tried showing flat David. I tried showing flat Earth documents to some friends of mine. They just can't move. Yeah, you know, me and one of the guys I work with, I grew up with them, and yeah, I'm done with them. I told him about Eric Dubay. I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm trying to get in touch with Eric Dubay, man. I'm trying to actually contact him, man. He's like one of my heroes. You know, he's actually one of the guys who really got me into this, and my life has been 100% better. You know, I can comfortably say that if it was not for Eddie Bravo and Eric Dubay, and Eddie Bravo saying research flat Earth over and over and over and over again, if it wasn't for Eddie Bravo constantly doing that, and me and other people, regular people, uploading Eric Dubay's work, because Eric Dubay was kicked off of YouTube when I searched for that, and I couldn't find him. And if it wasn't for that, I probably would have already had my roll up my sleever. I'm not going to say that, but I'll say that. You know, because I think I would have learned already that something strange is going on. After a year, I would have learned. But I do have to. I owe to them that, you know, that I learned a lot about a lot of that stuff, and that's kind of what truly helped me, you know. So there's that. And Matt says, president of Munchkinland. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing? It releases you from the globe mind prison. Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. It releases me from everything. The big thing with Eric was that I was able to then look into other stuff. I started out with really learning a lot of information, but like a lot of government information is where I focused. But there was a lot of extra things. History was not even in my mind. Tartaria wasn't even an object of, you know, I looked at all those old buildings and I didn't know anything about them. They looked old and they looked primitive. And then when you actually realize what they are, when you stop looking at them the way people look at things now. Hold on a second. Is this Sean Hawkins? I know you. Okay. All right, bud. You want to come on here and have a debate? Huh? I know you. You're over there trolling Nathan Oakley, aren't you? And Nathan Oakley just slaps you around, doesn't he? You like it? I believe he, I'm not even going to go down that road. But yeah, he has the tea bag going on your head. Hard. I mean, I'm surprised you can even talk with all that in your mouth. Oh, I know. I am a tool, 100%. I am a tool of destruction for you globe heads. You trash piece of garbage. Anytime you want to come on this show and you actually want to debate, come on here. Yeah, Nathan Oakley's terrified. I'm sure he is. He has destroyed you. Yeah, you already know. Oh, he's a troll. He's a troll. You guys know what trolls look like. They look like him. It's probably Anyway, yeah, I can't believe that they're actually putting out this type of this type of information. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing. You believe this? I mean, you know what I'm gonna do? I might lose my job tomorrow because I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna show this video to people and ask what is going on here, and I want to see what people are actually gonna say. I do. I want to see what people are gonna say. And if they answer with a stupid answer, I'm really going to have to sound on them. So it is amazing. After I seen this, I couldn't believe it. This is shocking. But yeah, that's what we deal with. All right, Sean, Nathan is terrified to come out of his echo and debate. QE, look, since you listen. Quantum Eraser is the Terminator. You understand? Shout out to Quantum Eraser. If you come here and you talk about them, I'm only going to shout them out. And more people are going to search their videos. You understand? And then they're going to see that they completely destroyed you. You understand? Quantum Eraser is the Terminator. Okay? I actually I threw the Black Swan in my new music video. Absolutely amazing. Okay? Look, I told you though. One thing you're not going to do is come here and disrupt the and you're not going to come here and disrespect people either, Sean. Okay? It only makes you look worse, dude. Can't you guys die quietly? God. It's kind of like killing a siren head type of thing, It's like it has to make noise as it dies. It's just horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah, ranty too. Yeah, it planned 100%. It just jokes of guys, honestly. Just jokes. That's all they are. Honestly, after all this, they are 100% fleas. They're the fleas of the Globers. I know Globers, and I'll tell you, there's some Globers who truly believe in a lot of the globe because they understand a lot of how the whole mind control works, and they openly admit that because they were taught it's a globe ever since they've been a kid. Here, we're gonna put you in timeout so you can shut up a little bit, because they come here. These are the honest Globers. There's fake Globers, and then there's the real ones. And the real ones can understand that their biggest proof of the globe is that they have been taught it ever since they've been a child, and that's really what it's about. So we already know how that whole thing goes. Rupa says, hello, Rupa. Hope you're well. But yeah, I'm really super interested in Tartaria. Is this guy talking about Ben 10? Go back and watch your cartoons. Yeah, he's a joke, man. He's a joke. Look, I'm not an Owen Benjamin guy, and I let people talk. If he wants to get shut down in a debate by me, like he's already, I like I said, I'm here to. I run cleanup. I run cleanup for the executors, and they Quantum Eraser just destroys people. They can't even. Quantum Eraser, I'll be honest, he's one of the only guys I wouldn't have ever want to debate. I don't ever want to debate Quantum Eraser. I just don't. I mean, there's a couple things that I know that, but it concerns, it deals with religion. But he's one guy I just would never want to debate ever. And it's just amazing how people even can claim that type of stuff. Quantum Racer has just citation after citation, just bashing people. It's like, this scientist from this academy, this university says this, here's this reference, here's this, here's that. And then a nobody like Mr. Sean or Miss Sean, whoever it is, probably trans, comes in there and is, talking a whole bunch of nonsense. And it's like, dude, you're a nobody. He actually is showing all of this documentation from accredited individuals. Okay. And I mean, you can't stop that. Sorry. Doesn't matter what you say at that point. Rupa says, I am not well. My grandson got COVID 2 days ago and he has to quarantine. I'm very sorry to hear that. We do wish the best on that. But that's not a topic I can really talk about here, my friend. I recommend looking up some information to figure out how to boost the immune systems, and especially if there's some kind of inflammatory type of thing with lungs or any kind of inflammatory issue. There's ways of fixing that. We have anti-inflammatory things, and there's ways to treat pneumonia as well. And there's also ways to treat flu as well. So, eating the right things, drinking a lot of water, clean water, getting some rest. I would say that's the best thing, other than, not taking any medications. I don't recommend medications. I spent the morning catching up on Levi's recent. Oh yeah, I've watched all of Levi's stuff, man. All of it. God, he's awesome, man. I actually really want to get on there and I just want to talk with him. I would love to see if I could get him on here for an interview. I might bug him until he agrees. He's really an awesome person. I like his demeanor. He's really calm and collected. His voice is, he has one of those voices that you can listen to for a very long period of time. Rashawn says, during the Civil War, the soldiers destroyed my family's milling business, stole their horses, and used wooden fencing on their farm for firewood. Are from their land unwelcome. What's your nationality, if you don't mind sharing, Rashawn? Like you're from America? You're talking about the American Civil War? And are you like, what's your when you say the soldiers, you mean the Confederates, or do you mean the North? And Matt says, after watching Owen completely debate the way he did, I don't care about anything that guy says now. You don't no, definitely not. You don't. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'll tell you right now, if Eric Dubay came on and he was like, look, Amish Space Station completely lied about this and this, I'd be like, well, crap. I wouldn't even argue with him. I'd be like, all right, well, he has the proof, or whatever, because it's not really about any of that. And Owen is just one of those guys where it's like, oh no, you can't come on here, you can't talk to any of my subscribers, you can't do that, you can't do this. I'm like, dude, you're evil. You're so evil. It's not about your subscribers, it's about the truth. You don't own the truth, Owen. You don't own the truth. Yeah, that did it for me. I watched all of Owen's stuff, and after I seen that, I was like, dude, no, you crossed the line there, bud. I understand if you don't agree with Eric. Eric never said you had to agree. Eric is just giving you the information for you to study and learn yourself something. That way, when similar situations happen again, you've heard it. You've seen it before. That's the main purpose of the truth. It really drives me crazy when I see that so many people have try and talk about the World War II and different things that are completely uneducated. Millions of things are going on in our country right now. Millions of things are happening in different countries. And it's impossible to know every little thing that's happening behind closed doors and everything that's being, propagated. We don't know what's being signed at every moment of every day. We have no idea. Ocean Cast, does anybody know somebody that caught? No, I do not. I do not, sir. And I think the flu, I don't even know what that is. I don't even think I've had it before. Metal. All right, well, never mind. There's one. uh, Bro, I enjoyed your stream. First time I joined and subbed today. I will look forward to more in the future. I am not reading that right at all. I will for sure look forward to the future. I'm having some kind of weird dyslexic thing happen to me. I don't know if you guys are like noticing that, but it's really strange. I'm not liking it. And thank you. I'm happy you enjoyed that. Yeah, definitely. It's really fun when you guys get in here. Urgent guys said I don't. And 8 from their land. Okay, I got you. And thing is, flu symptoms can easily be mistaken. Yeah, yep. Here's the thing, because I can't talk about it, so I got to be careful, as you guys know. And I'm not deleting the stream, so I'll say this as smoothly as possible. The thing is with it is that apparently when you get sick, your body's actually releasing toxins, a buildup of toxins out of your body. So that can be called flu, that can be called this, that can be called that. That's perfectly fine. So it's one of those type of things. It's not about whether it's mistaken for anything. It's difficult to inoculate people for the current thing because there's so many of them. That's a natural thing. There's hundreds of KVs. So it's hard trying to pick just one to add your immunity to. So throwing cans at the dog didn't go down well. And so Sean said, you want me to debate you, but you time me out like a little coward. Why are you? It's because you're trolling. Just stop trolling. God, just say yes. Okay, I'll debate. Leave it at that. That's all you gotta do, Sean. Does anybody know where we can get some buttocks band-aids? I mean, we need a real big one. We need 2. One for the front end and one for the back end, as they both look the same there with that guy. 100%. You don't know what the flu is, but you're sure nobody you know had it. What? Okay, are you missing the point of what I just said? Metal. The cases of the flu have gone down to 0. Do you understand what I'm saying here, my friend? Because I don't know if you're either trying to troll me or whatever you're trying to do. The cases of the flu have went down to 0. That's what's being reported. You understand? And therefore, if you walk outside of your home and someone runs you over, okay, you already know what your death is going to be counted as. You understand? Or your injury. So we're not going down that road because I think you're trying to get me to have an issue with the stream, and I'm not going to let you. I'm just going to kick you out of here if you don't understand. Okay. I only debate people who have taken the Polaris challenge. What's the Polaris challenge, Sean? You don't even know me, dude. God. Audacity to actually enjoy Nathan Oakley's streams and Quantum Eraser's streams and Sleeping Warrior because I like them. Now you're an enemy here and you decided to troll me. It's like, what is the Polaris challenge? Are you saying you want me to go to the North Pole for you? I mean, is that what you're saying, my friend? Just tell me. I'm sure I actually have enough money to actually take the trip. Thing is that I probably know a lot more about the North Pole than you. I'm well sure of that. If you're doing something worthwhile, that's when you get the haters. Owen babbles, Jesus. Yeah, he's not a Christian. He's not even close to being a Christian. Yep. 0 because nobody you know. Oh God, Metal, are you listening? Oh, using my own measurements of the angles to Polaris. Oh God, here we go. We're measuring the Earth. We're not measuring the stars. Make a chart showing how those angles can work on a flat Earth. See, listen, I really, 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 really like Nathan Oakley, and he destroys these clowns. But I will say, when Earth is up for debate, in which it isn't, it might be news to you, Sean, but Earth is not up for debate. Okay. No, he's not. He's not good at trolling. He's not. He's not even close. He's not even close, because it's like he's trying to make sense of something, and or you can use already established angles. So why do you want me to make my own? See how you're contradicting yourself? I only debate with people who do the Polaris challenge, because I stay up with all that hashtag Polaris challenge, hashtag bird box, people running their babies in the middle, into walls and crap, because I'm a brainwashed numpty, right? And now you're saying I can use other people's established angles. Listen, if not one flat earther's brave enough to take that, I just don't understand it. Polaris doesn't move. So what kind of angle are you actually trying to get me to go and show? Why do we see the stars why do we see the same stars every night, Sean? Come on, dude. Stop being stupid. Earth's flat. It's like, just don't be that dumb. You can't be that stupid. Hey, I have the ability to travel. Okay? I work like 2 jobs. I also have enough money to go there whenever I feel like it. Not unless it requires the jib jab. No, that ain't gonna happen. 0, because let me finish this conversation off with metal slugs. What are you talking about people I know? I don't really know people anymore. I know sheep. None of the sheep I know. And I'm talking about official records. Metal. Let me explain this. Official records say there's hardly any cases of that. Therefore, anyone who is sick will never get the flu. Not my words. Not my words. Okay? I don't understand. It's not my worth. It's not my words. The angle that Polaris is at changes with latitude. What are you talking about? No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? Changes with latitude? Are you talking about as you move further away from Polaris? Perspective? What are you talking about? Not so sure he's worth challenging, Sean. He can't pass through his contradictions. Oh, okay. All right. You're one of Sean's numpties. Here, I'm going to leave Sean on here, and I'm actually going to block you because I've had it with the nonsense. Okay? Sean, bring somebody else in. I'm still hungry. Go get one of your other guys and bring them in here. Okay? I might even cut this just to show people how stupid you are. Okay? Because it's just nonsense. Flat Earth Banjo had interesting video today with the Portuguese map. I'm going to check that out. Yeah, what does Polaris got to do with the shape of... Yeah, I told you. I told anybody, hey, everyone, if you want to know the shape of the Earth, look in the sky. That's how you figure it out. Every telescope owner knows this. Well, I'm throwing mine away. For instance, you are at 37 degrees... Polaris will be at 37 degrees above the horizon. Same for every latitude, longitude, every latitude line north of the equator. Oh, I see what you're saying. And no, it automatically actually sounds stupid when you learn about perspective and stuff like that. And on top of that, I mean, that argument, honestly, if you're going to have somebody use a telescope and take pictures, first thing you need to debunk is the black swan, Sean. You got to try and debunk the black swan, which you can't. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, get real. Please be real. Honestly. If first thing you guys are going to call out is nonsensical refraction, and then you're asking to take a telescope, a telescope challenge. Okay. Exactly, Sean. Anyway, isn't it amazing too? Black Swan's refraction. Yep, that changes the distance to the horizon. All right, sure. I guess the Earth is over 250,000 miles in circumference. Amazing. You did a good job there. Good job, bud. Nonsense. That's clown talk, dude. Anyway, It's amazing, Sean, how you guys come on here. You know, you bring that other guy who's talking about the flu or all this nonsense. You already know that you're out of your element, especially if you think you're going to talk with me or that other troll that you brought in here, Metal Slug, about health. When you all, you know, apparently you haven't looked over any of my videos, especially not on BitChute either. Okay, because if you did, you clearly would already know that you're way out of your element. Okay, it's kind of like monkeys coming in saying that they're humans. You know, this isn't Planet of the Apes here. Okay, I understand that hey, I don't care about this. I'm not going to the North Pole because number one, you're going to have to take some kind of injection. Number one, so beyond traveling, you're not going to debate me about what is happening from Polaris. You're not, like I told everyone earlier in this video, and they all can vouch for what I said. The first thing you guys do is sit around here and you want people to look up in the sky. I'm not looking at the sky. I'm looking at the ground. You understand? So if you come in here and you say that again, I'm going to put you in another timeout or block you. If you want to debate the ground, let me know. If not, shut up. Shut up. I actually enjoy you tuning in, though. I do. I do. That way you can bring more of your numpties here and I can destroy them because it's just nonsense. I'm not doing any of that stupid nonsense because I'm trying to measure the earth and you are trying to measure a light. And I'm not trying to do that. I don't understand. You can't be that stupid in order to not be able to realize how measuring a light is not going to show you anything that has to do with Earth. We're done. Yeah, it's all math. Einstein is the king of the fake math. Anyway. But yeah, I think I'm going to do a couple videos on Tartaria if you guys are interested. I want to put one together similar to like how John Levi does on his. I don't know if I can 100%, but I will say this. I will say this. I don't know if I can find any. I don't know if I can find any, but look at this footage. This footage looks very, very similar to Sean. If you disrupt the chat, I'm just going to keep putting you in timeout. Okay. I'm not going to block you because I refuse to do that with certain people. But if you disrupt the chat, I am going to put you in timeout. Okay? Because it's kind of disrespectful to everybody else. All right? Because I don't understand why you want me to measure the sky. I just find it so stupid. It's really stupid. I don't want to measure the stupid sky. I don't. I just don't. It's like you're trying to force me to do something that I don't want to do, not because of any proofs, because it has nothing to do with the whole point of why I'm talking about Earth. I don't. Listen. My email, you know the name, Amish Space Station at protonmail.com, and you can have a conversation with me, and you can email me. You can email me or whatever. Don't spam me. You can email me and explain to me exactly how to do the challenge. Okay. And what the challenge is supposedly proving. Okay. If you don't have time to even send me the email to even propose the challenge properly, when I have the time to actually look at the angles of the perspective, clearly hijacking that that you're trying to do here. If you don't have the time to even do that properly, then I don't have the time to properly respond to your nonsense. Okay, about measuring the stupid sky. A lot of people on Earth haven't even seen Polaris and have no idea what, most of the people here don't look up in the sky, Sean. If they did, they would actually realize, okay, if they would actually realize, number one, that they're stratospheric aerosol injections. Okay, I know pilots that have no idea about stratospheric aerosol injections. Let me ask you a quick question, Sean, before I post my email. Is stratospheric aerosol injection real? Yes or no? Yeah, sky is beautiful. Is stratospheric aerosol injections real? Hurry up. Yes or no? Oh, okay. All right, we're done. We're done here. We're done here. Are we done here? You want my email? Are you looking at the screen? Stratospheric aerosol injections, the ability of stratospheric aerosols to create a global dimming effect has made them a possible candidate for use in solar radiation management, climate engineering projects to limit the effect and impact of climate change due to rising levels of greenhouse gases. You're asking me for my email. You just denied that this is even a real thing. The CIA director right here is actually discussing it, and you're actually denying that there is a such thing. I just asked you, is it real? Why do you want me to give you my email? Are you crazy? Even if I do your stupid, the reason I just proved to everyone watching this show right now is to prove that there's nothing I can do to make you even admit something that the government themselves have admitted clearly out in the open. There is never going to be any way to ever change your mind or to make you understand anything. I didn't ask that. I didn't ask that. I said, is it real? You're a whore and you're out. You're done. I'm done talking to you. I'm not debating a numpty like you, dude. You whore. Lucky I don't see you face to face. Okay? You're extremely lucky. I don't take that kind of crap. Get out of here with your nonsense. Yeah, I'm a coward. Get out of here. So, guys, you heard it right here, right in the chat. It's right there. No, it's not. Don't be silly. Here it is right here. Have they implemented it? Is that what I asked? Clearly, we're dealing with the absolute. What is he? You know what he is. We're done here. That's how you shut down a globe tart. So if you guys run into that same thing, direct them over here, and I will shut down every globe tart that comes here. The same way I just destroyed this coward right here. Sean Hawkins. No, of course it's not real. What is this? What's the CIA director John Brennan discussing here? What's Trump talking about right here? Are you retarded? What? What? You just got destroyed. Talk that crap, idiot. Are they implementing it? Oh, you're also illiterate and you have hearing trouble. I didn't ask if they were implementing it because I know you were going to say no. But I actually thought you were a little bit smarter than that. Holy crap, you're not. I think he was talking Tartarian buildings and giant Thomas. Yeah. So on my, I think on my next stream, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about these Tartarian buildings. And the last thing before I get off of here, thank you guys for watching and hanging in here. Oh, yeah, I know, but you know, Sean is a very important idiot. And I never thought that I would have the honor of even having him come in here. Okay. He's an individual that has been trolling and debating with Nathan Oakley and them for a while. And I watched a lot of Nathan. I still do. And I've learned a lot from them as well. And, you know, so I'm extremely grateful for the work that they've been done. I just never thought that this fool would actually mess with me. I mean, wow. I don't get it. Anyway, this looks like Dresden. This damage here from this so-called civil war. That's why I was asking Rashawn. Oh, I know, right? I want to debate a couple people, but I won't even go on I won't even go on, you know, modern day debate and debate people because he's a bad moderator and he's not there to show the truth. He just lets whatever slide, you know. It's kind of like Sean. That's probably where Sean would debate, I'm sure. So I would never debate there because there is a winner of a debate. But also, like I said, and Luke said, I don't debate either. Only try to plant seeds where they can sprout. Exactly. 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 And whenever you give, whenever you say that there is a debate, you imply, it's not direct, but it's implied that you're not grounded in truth and reality. See, there is no debate of the shape of the earth. There's people who think that there is, but and if they think that, then show water spinning around a ball where it happens right here on Earth where it supposedly happens. But none of those idiots can do it. And I'm like, why would you fight for this? And after studying a lot of this World War II and all this other stuff, I see that evil individuals like Sean exist here. And those type of individuals would do harm. Those are the individuals that would drop bombs on people and blow people up. If he was told that there was globers here in this town, what do you think that he would do? I mean, honestly, that's the problem with the belief system. That's the craziness. I mean, mass murder. That's basically what it is. But look at this. This is like a waterway, is what one of the other guys I was looking at said about a lot of this stuff. These are waterways, apparently, and they dammed a lot of this stuff up. They found submarines and like underwater things, right here, pretty much right in the middle of the street. And they've dammed up a lot of this stuff. So I think that water was a big generator for energy, too. But look at this. Cannonballs can't do this. You guys see this damage? Cannonballs cannot damage buildings and structures like this. This cannot happen at all. It can't. And that's why I was asking Rashawn about where where he was from, or more, not personal information, of course, my friend. Just like what you meant by the Civil War, because this here is really this is stuff, some of the stuff that they don't show a lot of, but the destruction of the Civil War was beyond. It looks like Dresden. This looks like Dresden. So this looks like people bombed it. You can't take little cannonballs, and the cannonballs don't even fit. In most cases, they don't even fit. And they got a lot of staged photographs, and that's what they wanted you to believe was nothing but cannonballs. But I'm pretty, look at I don't know if this is a picture of it or not. I'm going to get some pictures together showing some of this stuff, but you can't get damaged like that. A lot of people lost their lives for this nonsense. It's amazing that people are getting away with this kind of stuff. And people would even troll me for trying to save people. I actually would like to save Sean as well. I'd like to try and save him from his madness as well. Even though he's sitting here trolling and trying to discredit me. Because it's worth more than that. It's bigger. It's for humanity. It's to end war. It's to end conflict. It's to end chaos. What he wants to do is sow the seeds. They release footage from Southern Ice Wall and still joke about water flowing off the sides. Yeah, I don't. It's because they don't research their own narrative. They don't know. They have no idea. Hey, Rashad, thank you. So it's strange. It is. It is. But yeah, you can't get this kind of damage from cannonballs. So a lot of people are thinking that white people had a lot of slaves. Apparently, this is the Spanish Civil War. I think there was a lot of issues that was going on. Oh yeah. You mean the like new information, more or less, that was brought forth on them? Yeah, it's I think the world had one chance. That was the chance for the world to stand up against what was happening, and the media covered up so much. Can you believe the media is capable of covering up stuff like that? I mean, it's amazing. Anyway, I see some people dropping out of the chat. I know I've been going for almost 2 hours now, so I'm gonna cut it off here, guys. I'd like to stay. I'm gonna cut it off because I gotta work out, and I got a couple more jobs I gotta do. But thank you guys for coming in here and spending some time with me on here. But yeah, I think I'm going to do a stream. I don't know when. I don't know if it's going to be the next one or when, but I'm going to do a stream on some nice World War II footage that I've come across. And I got to see if I can set it up in a player and show you guys some crazy stuff from it's not World War II, Civil War. Sorry, but I am going to do a World War II stream. I'm limited on what I can say about World War II. So, but the Civil War, I can say anything I want. Civil War, I don't think it ever actually happened, number one. And number two, I don't think black people were slaves. I do think that there was a lot of immigration, and there was also a lot of stuff that was found to be a lot of work, like Latinos, the way that Latinos work in America right now and stuff, and how they work for very, very low wages. And I would consider that to be slavery. Less than half of what the minimum wages is what they pay some of these Mexican workers here where I'm at. And they work and do very hard work, tree removal services and everything else. And that is considered slavery. And I've seen a lot of posts and flyers from the 1800s of little to no wage work, and it's farm work. And that's what a lot of the so-called black people were doing, was farm work. So there's a lot of there's a lot of misunderstanding with that stuff. And I don't hold people in contempt. I don't look at white people as being racist or believe in any of that nonsensical crap, because racism doesn't really exist. What exists is mind control media, and that's why they got away with killing, raping, and murdering and pillaging millions of Germans, and then blaming the Germans for killing millions of other people. And just absolutely blasphemous. It's amazing. So that's the power of mind control. And that's what mind control or media is able to do. They can really screw your day up and screw up the whole century. Because my century screwed up because of World War II. So exactly. Most truthers are flat earth people. Most truthers and flat earth people are good intentioned people. Yeah. I want this world to be 100% a better place. I want more people to stop fighting over their stupid beliefs. Because there's a lot of people who believe they can just slaughter animals by slitting their throats and letting them bleed out, whom we're not allowed to speak of on here. Letting them just bleed out in the most agonizing way possible. Who believe that everyone who is not one of them is below them, and they can kill any of them. It's permissible to be murdering anyone who's not one of you, and also to have relations with a child, and you can also kill children if you want, is what they believe, and what they write in their book. And the book is the aforementioned book here in this stream, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And anytime you get radicals who think that way, this world's a very dangerous place. It makes me skeptical. It's like, I don't know if I want to eat at this restaurant. Do you think that is it okay for you to poison me and kill me? No, it is not. You have to be respectful of life, all life, animals, humans. Life is extremely precious. It is amazing. And just the idea that we're still carrying on like this. And look at these perfectly aligned cannonballs here in the middle of all that destruction. All right, sure. Rashawn says, waking up to flat earth was the best info. Yeah, me too. Yep. Changed my life and brought me closer to, same here. It opened the door for me to research and take my life back, which is also what I mentioned on my new song. Honestly, I wish it was done right now, but I'm waiting on something. When it gets here, I'm going to finish off the video. It is going to be really, really good. You guys are going to love this new song. It is amazing. I enjoyed it. 2041, I'm seriously considered going to end. Well, Matt, I'll be honest, man. 2041. I don't know. I can't see the world past 2023. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I think something big is coming. And I don't know what's going to happen past 2023. I don't even want to see I'm trying to figure out how to revive Einstein and make his theory of relativity a real thing. That way we can actually stop time, which is a concept and not real. And that way we don't ever have to see 23 and beyond, because we got some issues here, brother. We have some serious issues. If we had freedom to disapprove all this, then I'd give the globe people the benefit of the doubt. But right now, we're not only locked down, we can't explore. We're not allowed to question people who run everything and own everything. We can't question anything they have to say. And it's a penalty punishable by death in some countries, especially if you deny that hologram is what I call it here. That's the key word. With that being said, how can they blindly trust the globe and astronomy authorities? Yeah, it's crazy. They're all psychopaths. They're all crazy. We live in a world where they're all crazy. That's honestly the only thing I can say. You couldn't pay me enough to fly over in a military vessel to bomb people the way they have, under any circumstances. I don't care what circumstances you find yourself in. Even Americans apparently were slaughtering Germans um, after they surrendered. All the SS slaughter. I mean, just the idea, and it comes back to actually see. You can really see how the times haven't changed, and they don't change because the same people who were in power then are in power right now. So it's terrible. The Looking Glass Project couldn't see past 20. Yeah, I can't either. I can't. That's strange. That's strange. I didn't know that. That's strange. Yeah, I just like shouted that out. Yeah, 2023, I can't see it. I don't want to see it. It's really sad to watch to see this. It's really sad. But after watching Eric Dubé's documentary and 2 more hours of a couple other documentaries, I spent 5 hours today. 5 hours straight. Researching this stuff and watching these documentaries. After seeing that, it makes me nervous about what these people will do, especially over the current situation. If they start telling people that people like us are the problem, even if they get into another conflict, I was blindly believing that these people would attack military, but they're not going to attack the military because the purpose of the military is to attack the people. It's not to attack other military. So they fly and carpet bomb your freaking house. At this point, everybody who sends their kids off to be in the military, you're a mass murderer. That's what you are. And I'm going to call you out. Every single stream, I'll call you out because that's what you are. I believe no one is native to anywhere. We have been moved around. Yeah, especially with the Tartarian Empire. When we were all one. I think that was years ago. I believed in globalism, not the current regime, just the idea. You see, it falls under believing that we all are fighting each other, but that's not what's happening. They are fighting all of us and forcing us to fight each other. That's what's happening. So in the world, in a real world where we are fighting each other, we do want globalism. We want people to be all as one and fair and nice and not oppressive on anything. But we're not in that world, because then when the globalism of today, the real world globalism, when it comes in, we're all underneath of a huge government that we can never escape from. And they make things like the Antarctic Treaty, where so many nations now are guarding Antarctica that you can't even imagine getting there. Even if America approves you, there's other places that won't. That's the problem with globalism. It's because there's people who control everything right at the top. If there wasn't that, yeah, you do want every country to stop fighting. You don't want people dying in these crazy explosions that came from the air, even though there's cannonballs and blah, 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 right? And all this lies. The earth is absolutely spellbinding. It's the people who ruin it. The globe. Seattle Green. What's up? Exactly, my friend. Exactly. So thank you guys for checking out the stream. I'll cut it off here. If anybody wants to check out the replay, there was a lot of really good information in here. We also got an interruption from a globe troll. Miss Sean Hawkins herself came in here. So yeah, definitely check out the stream. The newspaper articles I mentioned are really good. They are really, really awesome newspaper articles. So check that out. And Ocean Cat says, I had 3 questions my whole life. What am I? Where am I? And where am I going? Exactly. They don't want you to know. Dave, they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. And sadly, you know what kills me? I have started blaming the people more than I blame the oppressors. And the reason why is because when I mention this to people sometimes, those questions, similar questions, when I mention that to people, they don't care. I say, I just want to know who I am, man. Why do you have to attack me? It's kind of like Sean. It's like a lot of people just like him. Do I not have a right to question my reality? Why are you, after I was injured or hurt from these people, after millions of families were bombed and killed, you're saying we don't have to question the war? You do. You have a right. You have a right. And when I see the regular people acting like, no, just go along with it. Just do it. You guys are the problem because you're not going along with it. It's evil. It's pure evil. Oh yeah, yeah. I go there. I go to Pennsylvania all the time, bro. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm doing more information, like researching and learning more on. Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Seattle Green. I do want to watch. He is one of the biggest trolls, man. He looks, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. There he is. This is Sean Hawkins right here. I'm gonna do a debunk on him. I'm gonna find out. I can pick pretty much any of his videos and debunk them. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have him on there standing next to my avatar, and I'm gonna dress him up real good. I'm gonna dress him up real good. I'm not sure which soldiers did it. I read about the um that's awesome that you actually have that information. That is awesome. Uh yeah, I don't know who did it either. I'll tell you guys, apparently the Confederate Army was an integrated army and the North Army was not an integrated army. They were split. So white people were with white people, black people with black people, and they were the ones talking the nonsense. So yeah, yeah. I'd like to look into that more, Rashawn. Definitely. Definitely. Seattle. Anyway, shout out to Sean Hawkins here. Look at her. Look at that troll. Miss Sean is up to something with that kind of look. You know, she has a globular head. She likes to crash shows. Oh yeah, Ocean Cat. Thank you for joining. All right, everybody. This is the Amish Space Station. Be on the lookout for the music video. I have somebody doing some motion graphics for it. I gotta wait so many days for these motion graphics to come back. Just for something that's like 15 seconds long. But this video is legendary. I love it. I love it. It's really awesome. It's really awesome. So definitely check it out. My comments are delayed because it started from the beginning. My maternal side family tree goes all the way back to 1721, Pennsylvania. Name is Arabic. Oh, okay. 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 That's interesting. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if you guys are, yeah, this is all I'm seeing at the moment. If the comments are all off a little bit. I'll check my settings and make sure that's on free go. Okay. Yeah, on the next stream, Rashawn, if you're back on, I'll be on this time. Let's talk about that a little bit. I might actually do like a history stream and do a Tartarian history government search on Tartaria, which ain't gonna find much, but I'm gonna check and see which search engines will give me what I need. And yeah, let's talk about that. I have quite a few Amish friends excommunicated. Really? Holy crap. I deal with the Amish community a lot, and I get a lot of food from them. And yeah, none of them wear any masks either. Yeah, I don't know. They are weird with their. I don't follow the Amish. There's a lot of things. The technology can be used as a. I have a lot of respect for them, but they are. Hold on, just a second. Right there. I got a lot of respect for them, but some of their stuff is a little bit extreme sometimes. In a world, the big problem is that you got to be wary of what other people do. You got to make sure that you watch what other people do because, like the Star guys, they'll poison the well. Which there's Eric Dubea covered it. A lot of them poisoning wells, taking children and running off. All of that. So you got to be careful with the technology that other people make, what they do, because they'll use it against you. So Amish way is not the best way. However, being all natural with food, all natural with everything, and eradication of all the people that want to do harm to others, I think that's a good start too, even though I'm not really allowed to say all that. I heard the Amish said they didn't catch the Karachi because they don't watch TV. Yeah, very true. Very true. Actually, It's kind of like Bird Box, and it does spread through your eyes, my friend. So you have to cover your eyes. You have to cover your eyes. You cannot watch the you can't watch it, or else Bird Box. It's exactly true. Thank you. Right. It is. You get it through your eyes. And the thing is that here's the thing. You know what's weird about the Bird Box thing? I came up with this on my own, so I don't know if someone else has said this, but I came up with this on my own. The weird thing is that in Bird Box, apparently, whatever you see makes you kill yourself. So what's funny about that is that what you see on the TV actually will make you go and take something that may kill you. So you're actually killing yourself. So I've seen that, and I'm like, holy crap. Tartaria theory. Native Americans were originally more, yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. I think even on that Christopher Columbus thing, I think the guy was, I think I showed that on one of my streams. Nino, I think his name was. I think he was like Moorish or whatever too. I think he was. Oh, thank you, man. Much love, much love. We buy from the Amish farmers market. Yeah, yep. They love my family for. Yep. They're awesome. They are awesome. Yeah, I'm in like the DC type of area. I'm on like DC. So I travel from here to Baltimore. I work with like a few hundred people actually. A community. I've been working on building a community now for years, in person. This isn't online. This is all in person. And we all trade with each other. And like, I haven't been to a grocery store in over a year and a half. And I mean, I literally a year and a half or more or longer. I haven't been to a grocery store in like since 2017. So, it's all like a network of people working together. So we have our own plans for prepping. While everybody else is buying toilet paper and stuff, we're still doing what we do. So it's amazing. It really is. So that's that. But thank you guys for joining the stream. I'll end it here. If anybody wants to check the replay out, I super appreciate it. And I'm definitely going to do that. If Seattle Green's still in, that's my Amish space station at protonmail.com. Also, you can contact me on my YouTube. You can go straight to YouTube. I try and read all the comments. Some of them don't come through. So sometimes it takes a long time for me to get right back with people in the comments, because I just randomly look back over the videos and then I start replying to the comments because they don't pop up. So, you guys can contact me there. Just feel free to contact me anytime about anything, any questions, anything you want me to talk about. I'll bring it up. It doesn't matter what it is. So, that's that. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the whole history of it. I don't believe in blaming any race for any kind of slavery, especially when we don't even know 100% what all took place 100 years ago. Actually, as a fact, we don't know what even happened in 19. Well, we know what happened in World War II, but even 80 years ago, we don't know what happened. So as far as I'm concerned, anybody saying that people were slaves, they can show proof. We're done. That's all you got to do. All right, Seattle. Oh yeah, definitely. I got to see if I can schedule you guys on here, man. I've been working on a few things, and but we'll chat it up. Send me an email. We'll talk. We'll talk. All right, guys. Everybody enjoy the rest of your week. If you don't hear back from me, thank you for taking the time out of your day that you did not have to do. I appreciate it coming in here, making a stream. Awesome. That's all that it's about. Having the opportunity to talk with many different individuals that know all of the information that I know. That's amazing, considering most of my time is spent around people who discredit people like me, and I'm not allowed to get an attitude with them, or I'll just be fired from my jobs and different things. So it is refreshing to be able to communicate with people and feel like you actually have, and you're not alone in this world. And that's really what it's about. It's amazing. The earth has supposedly billions of people, and yet it's very easy to feel singled out and alone in the world. But we're never alone with Miss Sean here. So Amish Space Station to the moon. I'll see you guys.